That is true. No, that's how she envisioned it in the beginning, as a spiritual growth network, and that's what it is. Father, how would you describe the charism of Mother Angelica, and how does it continue?
I think the charism really, I think a lot of things, but Eucharistic adoration. Now we're in this context of Eucharistic revival. Mother Angelica was way ahead of that, way ahead of that. Her whole life flowed from the Eucharist. Everything that she did, every word she spoke flowed from her love of the Blessed Sacrament, of the Holy Eucharist, and flowed back to it. Raymond, I think that when she had her healing in her late teen years, Mother, as you recount in your book, that it wasn't so much the physical healing. Mother knew that she was healed physically when she went down, obviously, and she told her mother, fry me up a pork chop. I want to eat it. She knew that she was healed. But there was something more going on. She knew that she was healed and loved internally. She knew that God knew her and had a vested personal interest in her. And I think that's really at the heartbeat of her life and her charism. Everything that she wanted to communicate to the world was that she wanted other people to know that God who had communicated himself to her in that healing when she was a late teenager. She wanted the whole world to know who Jesus Christ was.
And it's amazing how that story continues to ripple through her life. It's a series of physical liabilities and setbacks, and then these healings. Right up until the end where she's taking the braces off her legs and can walk again, very late in the game, after the Mahoney bite you heard earlier, which again, I think was a consolation, and that's how she read it, that it was a message for the people. It was to give her a little more extension and freedom to continue her mission before he took her in a very different direction. And so, she was very attentive to the will of God, but it wasn't without suffering and difficulties.
Sure. I heard that after her healing, when she would take off the braces and she was walking around the monastery grounds, that she was walking around and people were walking up to her and, "Mother, you're healed. Isn't this wonderful news?" And she didn't shrug it off. And she basically said, "Well, he's God. He can do anything." She wasn't really surprised. She took it as his will.
Yeah, she accepted it.
Yeah.
Father John Paul, I thank you so much for being here, for sharing your mission, your heart, and remembering our dear mother. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond.
For my part, when Mother died, I felt as if a bright light had retreated from my life for a while. And I knew that we would never see a figure, certainly in the Catholic context, that would merge holiness, spunk, and joy with great storytelling and a sense of humor. It seems to me that's the mark of the apostles. They were not these boring figures who dragged around depressing people. They were on fire. Even when they were beaten up and abused and punished for speaking the truth, they went on with joy. One of my fondest memories of my time with Mother Angelica was after her stroke. With half of her face paralyzed, she returned to the airwaves to continue her mission.
We were together for an hour or so today. We made the Christmas show, right?
Right.
I thought it was great.
Oh, it was great. We had a good time.
Oh, we had a great time.
All kind of treats.
Yeah,
nice.
I was absolutely floored at your amount of knowledge.
Wait, what's this little, what's that?
Oh, I won something in a little while, and I thought I would bump it up a little bit.
See what I have to deal with?
You never had it so good.
You're right.
God's pirate. How many souls do you think she plundered for him, I wonder? On Reverend Mother Angelica's centenary, I remember the fun, the zeal of this woman who was so on fire with God's word, so convinced of its truth that she had to share it with others, no matter the cost. And most of all, I love that she did it with laughter, with unfettered joy. Let's face it, most people, whether in the church or out of it, are either boring or a bad time. Mother Angelica was neither.
Raymond's with me, and it's his birthday. You know, how old are you?
I'm not telling you how old I am.
Well, do you want me to tell you how old you look?
Oh. You really want to know? Well, guess.
If it's honest.
Well, I'll tell you the truth if you can guess it.
Like, how old should you be?
Is it that difficult?
I could say you're 30, but no, you can't be 30.
Why
40?
not? 40? 40?
What's wrong with 40?
You got habits older than me. What do you mean? 40?
I was 40 once.
Yeah, but I'm not even close to 40, though.
Well, how would I know? You don't tell me, so I'm guessing.
My goodness.
All right, if you're not 40 and you're not 30, you got to be between.
31.
Oh, really?
31.
That's all you are.
Yeah. And I'm aging by the minute.
I so loved being with her. The spiritual lesson she gave me is easy, the one that I use almost every day of my life, if not every day. Live in the present moment, not in yesterday or tomorrow, but right here, fully in the present moment. Because as she told me so many times, God's will is manifested to us in the duties and the responsibilities of the present moment. His love is in this present moment. But so often, we ignore it. She never did.
That is, most of you haven't heard it. This woman calls me up and she said, oh, my husband's living with another woman. I said, in my house. What? Well, kick him out. How are you going to say that nice? You could say, well, how unfortunate, you know. Why don't you just open the door and tell him to leave? You can't say it nice. It's not a nice thing. So after I said that gave her that little advice, she said, oh, I can't. What do you mean you can't? They have no place to go. Well, hell is where they're aiming for. Tell them to go there. Why don't you air these people? And I said, no, I won't, because I don't think they're Catholic. He says, by what right do you have to say that? I said, I own the network. And he said, well, you won't always be there. And I said, I'll blow the damn thing up before you get your hands on it.
So they caught you on a good day.
Yeah, a good day. We want to pray for all our callers tonight and all of you that need Jesus. Please come back. All of you living outside the faith, all of you living in sin, please come back. All of you who haven't been to confession for years and years, please come home. He's waiting in that tabernacle. Even if you can't find it, he's there somewhere. Today we play hide and seek, you know. He's hiding and we're seeking, so. You feel in some churches you're going to say, hey, where are you, Lord? Not here. Mm-mm. You see him as you open the door. And remember, he's waiting for you. Bye now.
Reverend Mother, we miss you. I miss you daily. May you continue to rest in power and joy and peace. And remember to pray for those you left behind. For more on Mother's incredible life, her spirituality, there's an updated edition of my biography, Mother Angelica, the remarkable story of a nun, her nerve, and a network of miracles. It includes a new foreword. The complete audiobook with new material is available at Audible from Random House. You can find the new edition of Mother Angelica's biography at the EWTN catalog, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. There are 3 books of her spirituality that I edited that I think are pretty special. And the sequel to the biography, Her Grand Silence, the Last Years and Living Legacy of Mother Angelica, is incredibly moving, and it'll give you a glimpse of the supernatural battle Mother waged in her last years. Details are at RaymondArroyo.com. That is all the time we have for now. Be sure to catch us next week. Until then, we'll be scouting the world over for all that is seen and unseen. On behalf of the staff and crew of EWTN News, thank you for watching. I'm Raymond Arroyo. Bye now.
Flexible finance.